Hey there, sleepyheads. It's been a while. It's been a very long while, to be honest. It's been about, 3 months since my last dream video? Sorry for the long wait. I've had plenty of setbacks, like, of course, school and work, and I've actually been on winter break for like 3 weeks, but I've been overworking myself at my job so I can save up money for the next quarter of school. So, in retrospect, I probably could have made at least 3 videos, but work and just me being lazy to write scripts and find music is really to blame, and now I have to go back to school again next week. So anyway, this dream is pretty interesting. I guess a lot of different movies incorporated themselves to this dream while I was sleeping, and for example, like Hunger Games, more complicated Hunger Games, and complicated Hunger Games for teenage delinquents. I guess all 3 are for teenage delinquents, but yeah, you know what I mean. I'll call it Worldly Sacrifice, or something else until I can find out at the end of the video, but Worldly Sacrifice is what I'll be going with. So let's get started. Once upon a time in a dream, there is this weird organization that every month or so they bring in 2 random teenagers that are either in jail or in juvenile confinement, and they bring them into this machine which transport their minds into some other world as the form of punishment. I don't know why they do this. To me, it really seems like a big waste of taxpayer money.
Because I'm quite concerned about wasting taxpayer money.
To just transfer their minds into essentially another jail, like a mind world jail. I don't know. Anyway, it also acts as a physical world for them. So it's basically like Matrix. It's like the Matrix. They transfer their minds into a different world, and if they die in that world, they also die in the real world. So when these people are transferred, they hold the responsibility to make themselves learn from their mistakes, and they're also able to, once they do go over, they're able to transport food with them and at least 10 items from their home with them that are not really considered weapons, like photos of family members and stuff like that. So in the world, the other world, the virtual blah blah blah, there are 5 different groups of people, just like that movie Divergent. I don't know if they were exactly like that in Divergent, but all I can remember is that the group I was in had the Justice Skills on their shirts. I forgot to mention, I was the one transported, and also my friend, so it was me and my friend Victor that were transported into the other world. I don't know why. Anyway, the signs, like the 5 different groups of people, their signs didn't really matter anymore. Everyone was just, it was basically irrelevant. Anyway, in this other world, there are different areas that were meant for these groups. There were the woods/forest area, a beach, a snowy area, a small mountain range, and like a prairie flatland place for animals to roam, stuff like that. So me and Victor appeared in the flatlands. That's where we first transported to. And there were these small stone buildings scattered around there. And we met these 2 guys who connected with the different types of animals, such as deers, bees, elk, gorillas, and lions. And the animals, though, didn't seem to like me and Victor. So much that the bees actually started to attack us. And me and Victor ran away. We were running on this little stone cobbled path. And while we were running, we started to pass these tall oak trees. So now we were in the woods area, the little forest place. And there were tons of log cabins, of course, and people there were basically just assholes. It was led like a dictatorship and stuff, and it was a terrible place to be. People would die there every day, and so as soon as we saw that, me and Victor left the woods immediately. And we passed this one area. We were in between the snowy Arctic area, and there were these 2 guys who lived right between there, like a border, like there in the border. And they were also assholes. They were throwing snowballs and pine cones at me and Victor. Or pine cones inside of snowballs, So it's a harder impact. Anyway, they were similar to us friendship-wise. Like, the 2 guys were similar to me and Victor. Similar to us in our friendship. And we both asked if we could live with them because we had the same justice scales on our shirts, But then they said no, and that didn't really matter here anymore. Those symbols didn't matter. And once we walked away, we walked into the snow area. We walked by some people who had huge penguins as friends. The penguins were like 6 feet tall and super cute, but super scary. And they're basically like Emporion, like really big penguins. And the temperature never really mattered, by the way, so no one really froze to death in the snow area, and no one died of like a heat stroke either over at the freaking place. So we passed all the snow, and ended up on the beach. And it's like a regular beach, sand by water and that whole ideal. And there was a cave at the top of the beach, which overlooked the beach and the water, stuff like that. And there was a weird machine by the opening of the cave. And the people who lived in the cave were very calm and very laid back. And they were all pretty much accepting of us and Victor. So we opened the machine and found the stuff me and Victor decided to bring ourselves. The items that we decided to bring from the real world into this world. And I dreamt that I brought a Game Boy, Pokemon Red, some books, and some music. I forgot what Victor brought. Probably basically the same thing. I don't know. Anyway, we entered more into the cave, and we saw a whole bunch of rooms which were mostly empty. So we walked back out trying to find the leader, and we saw an old lady there with another teenager. So I'm like trying to decipher this, but I believe the old lady, of course, was a teenager, so she's been there for many years. And I asked her if me and my friend could stay with her, and she replied with like a stern no, like pretend like she's an Asian grandmother no. Like, hey mom, can I go over to my friend's house? No. And he's like, okay. And I asked why not? Like, our stuff landed on your beach, so why can't we, live here with you? You have a whole bunch of rooms lying around that are empty. And then she just replied with, that means it's not your stuff anymore, child. And after that, me and Victor were getting kind of discouraged. Then the teen next to her stepped in and defended us, saying that we can stay. So we were really dead to that. And the end. Yeah, the dream ended like that. And it was like, okay, we have a place to stay now. So that's it. That's the dream. If you guys enjoyed the stream or enjoyed the music in the background, go ahead and like the video. Links to the music are going to be in the description box below. Thank you guys for staying and listening to the dream as always. Have a good day, guys, and always stay dreaming.